and top of the evening to all of you fine folks out there in Facebook and YouTube and on the World Wide Web. And welcome to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. It is July the 16th, 2022. It is 8:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and whatever time it is, wherever you're located in the great world that we live in today. But we want to welcome you to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We're looking forward to a great show tonight. We got an hour jam-packed of information, laughs, political commentary, religious, whatever. They call it free, whatever. But we're glad you joined us tonight. Listen, if you're watching on Facebook, do us a favor right now. Hit the like button and hit the share button so that our broadcast is broadcast on your page, and it helps to get our message out to a wider audience and lets people know that you're a fan of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And again, we want to welcome you tonight. Thank you for inviting us into your home. Hope all of you doing well. Hope all of you had a rain this week. Hope all of you are well. I know there's a lot of sickness going around, but hope all of you are well. And we want to welcome you to tonight's show. Don't forget, hit the like button and hit the share button if you're watching on Facebook. Also want to remind you that we have a YouTube channel as well. Many of you may have friends that don't have Facebook. We have our own YouTube channel called Dirt Road Sports. All you got to do is log in to get on YouTube and go to our page, our channel, and you can watch our show on YouTube every week. Matter of fact, a lot of people watch our show on YouTube on their television set at home. If you have a smart TV, you can put it up on YouTube. And so if you do not have a Facebook account, or you know some people that don't have a Facebook account, let them know they can watch Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show on YouTube as well. Guys, we're coming to you live tonight. We are live from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia. We're live from our studio at 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia. And we're live, as always, from the old fairgrounds at Gray Hodges Park in the tent with the female Dracula. And we've been at that studio for quite some time now, and hopefully as long as the Dracula continues to renew her contract, we'll remain with our studios there. We are live all across the nation tonight, and in foreign countries where it is legal, all 57 states. And we're glad that you have chosen, no matter where you are in the world right now, to tune in to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. If by chance you happen to miss this program, or you just want to come on out and watch another rerun of our show, you can do that at 8 o'clock on Thursday night. We will be followed by a brand new show. It is featuring Jane Fonda doing workout and political commentary all in the same television show. And you can watch that on Thursday night immediately on the Dirt Road Sports. You can watch our rerun immediately following the Jane Fonda workout and political commentary show. And ladies and gentlemen, live tonight for the very first time, we got us a brand new one. 72 inches tonight, big screen TV. We're coming to you live at Becky's, Brahma Bull Seaman, Boudin, Back Braces, Biker Shorts, Bully Swine, and Blue Willow China Emporium in Bridgeboro, Georgia.
Man, we got, I tell you what, we got the best, we got the most diverse audience of anybody on television. There ain't nobody got no more diverse audience than we do.
I mean, we cannot be accused of being narrow-minded. We all say
we got them all. We got them all, man. We glad to tune us in. Yes, sir.
But we appreciate Becky. Becky picked us up this week on the 72-incher there in Bridgeboro, Georgia. Go by and see her. Becky's Brahman Bull Seaman, Boudin, Back Braces, Biker Shorts, Bully Swine, and Blue Willow China Emporium right there in the heart of Bridgeboro, Georgia. And guys, again, we want to thank you for joining us. Don't forget, if you're watching on Facebook, hit the like and share button. Put us on your page. Let everybody know about us. We love y'all. We appreciate you joining us each week. Like I said, we got a show full for you tonight. And I don't know what all we're going to talk about tonight. Dr. Philbo Grice said he's been to the store in Bridgeboro. He's been to it. I don't know what he got, but he's been to the store there in Bridgeboro. Appreciate you supporting Becky right there, but Dr. Grice. And let me go ahead and get this out of the way. I see people are already posting in the comments section. It is one of our own's birthday today. We've got a birthday boy. Floyd B. Lloyd is number 75. He is 75 5 years young today, and we want to wish the one and the only Floyd B. Lloyd a happy, happy, happy birthday, number 75. And hey, he's spending it with you tonight in the comfort of your own home or riding down the road where you are watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And Floyd, we want to tell you happy, happy birthday. We love you and we appreciate you. Guys, also wanted to give you an update on Queasel. Queasel continues to improve. He is improving and in a great pace. He's still very weak, but he is improving greatly. And so you just keep praying for Queasel, and hopefully he'll be back very shortly with us on Saturday night. Just keep lifting him up in your prayers and praying that the Lord gives him strength, and hopefully he'll be able to join us in the next couple of Saturday nights. All right, Charlie, take it away.
Well, it is a holiday when it's Floyd B. Lloyd's birthday. Will you agree with that,
Sure.
Marvin?
Yep, 3/4 of a century.
And Marvin and I pooled our resources, Floyd.
Yeah.
I kind of come up short. I got to admit, the Patels up here in Kent's store do not stock your favorite wine. So there was no Red Dagger, there was no Boone's Farm, and there was no Massive Disaster 2020. But knowing how you like cultural things, we got you a 24-ounce can. Not no 12, not no 16, neighbor, but we got you a 24-ounce can of Old English 800 malt liquor.
You know, Charlie, in all of my whole lifetime, I don't think I have ever. No, it ain't no thinking. I have never in my life cracked open a can of Old English 800. Never. I've never been around anybody that had cracked open a can
We
of
have,
Old English. It's probably kind of similar to Bulldog malt liquor, is what I
well,
Floyd, it could be like English leather.
yeah, that's more probably what it tastes like. English leather. Woo! Life spray.
I'm
Oh,
on
mercy.
for
Too old
here,
for that,
baby.
Charlie. Woo. Mm. What year was that? What year was that on the can there? What year? Is it age 12 years or 12 hours?
12 hours, I think.
12
Only
hours, that's it.
let's do ourselves a favor on that. That is aged wine because this year's bullet crop has not come in. That means the wine you buy at Becky's is aged with care. No, but she will sell no wine until it is time. So
That's it.
Get that out of the way.
All the wine that she has was left over from last year or the year before, and then she's got some of that high top shelf that's 12 or 15 years old.
Some of that fortified.
Oh, bona fide.
Ooh, it's done sit there. I've heard of folks that had that stuff up under the bed, and the pops, the corks would go to popping out of it. They thought folks were shooting at them, and they had them gallon jugs of that wine sitting up in the old house, up under the bed, so it'd stay cool under there. But it got a little hot on it, and they said that the corks started popping out of the jugs, and they thought somebody was shooting at them.
Well, you know that happened today in Dothan, don't you, Charlie? They thought they was having a shooting at the mall. It turned out it wasn't. Somebody drove by and shot on a vehicle, is my understanding. Have you heard any more on it?
But yeah, I heard there was an argument between two men at the rack shoe store. Whatever, rack room shoe store.
Rack room shoes, yeah.
And one of them pulled a pistol out. So if y'all coming to Dothan to get this here tax-free weekend, if you could have seen the video I saw on the news, if they call it the news, the video of the people in the background at the mall, ain't no way on God's green earth I'd walk in that place for no reason whatsoever. If I needed medical attention and that was the only place in town I could get it, I'd drive somewhere else.
Wow.
I mean, that was a sporty looking crowd at the mall and that's all we'll say about that.
And,
We have
and
money to spend.
what
Money.
women fighting in a shoe store? It was men fighting.
Men arguing in a shoe store is what the news said.
I wonder what they was arguing about. The tax portfolio, you reckon?
I, well,
The investments. Probably the investment. One of his investments had gone south, and he arguing with his stockbroker there. I imagine that's what that was.
that's probably what it was.
That's what it was.
One with the orange hair that walked by the camera, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
a lovely looking crowd of folks, just really nice. Floyd, on my Facebook page, when you sent me today's promo, I put birthday boy.
Mm-hmm.
And last time I looked, 497 folks had looked at that promo on my side, and
Mercy.
about 50 of them had wished happy birthday. Now, some of them thought it was my birthday,
I
but it's
know.
Floyd's birthday we're talking about. But you have got a pile of happy birthdays.
On
And
the last day, man, I tell you what, that's a blessing. That's a
yeah,
blessing. I've been here 75 years. I never figured, 50 years ago or whatever that I'd be sitting right here doing what I'm doing tonight, because that wasn't even in my long range, short range plans then. But it's amazing how life can lead you down different paths. And
yeah.
some people fight it. They fight their past. They gonna figure it out on their own. The best thing you can do is just let the good Lord take over. Let Him be in control. You just follow Him, and don't show out. Don't act up, because things ain't going your way. I promise you, you'll just ease along there. Just sit back, just step back, and let God do His work. Let the good Lord do His work, because He saved me several times from sudden death.
But now, how long did it take Floyd to come to that conclusion that you came?
I was already a senior citizen when that happened.
Well,
I
you
just,
told me a while ago before the show came on, where were you at 35 years ago when you turned 40 years old?
35 years ago, I was in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I celebrated my 40th birthday in in the wilderness. I turned 40 in the wilderness. The Israelites, they wandered for 40 years. Well, I wandered 40 years and I wound up in the wilderness. But it was a thought-provoking moment, if you will, when you turn 40 in the wilderness. I was in the wilderness. I was in Riyadh, pretty close to the wilderness, and it was a wilderness for this South Georgia cracker. I can tell you that.
that's where Uncle Joe is this week, ain't he?
Oh, he's over there. Uncle Joe's over there, fist bumping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They got him. Hey man, they got him on a short leash. Them Saudis do. Let me tell you, they got him on a short. They leading him around. They like Marvin with his showcase when he was a young one coming up. And you put that hook in his nose, and you could lead. You pull him. You jerk his head this way if he wasn't doing right. That's what they got in. In old Uncle Joe. They got a nose hook in him right there, and they lead him right where they want him to lead. He's walking around. He's meandering around. He's just meandering. But that's where he's at. He's over there. If he thinks he's going to come back from that place with anything good for the United States of America, don't believe him.
Floyd, I have just had some trivia texted in. You're not going to believe this. You ready for this?
Yeah.
This is trivia texted in. This is true. Floyd was born on the exact day the first atomic bomb was dropped in central Mexico.
It might have been the first one dropped in central Mexico, but it wasn't the first atomic bomb that was dropped. So, Marvin, you need to do some research.
Well, it said in central Mexico.
Okay, that was I think that was 2 years earlier than that was 2 years earlier than I was born. I think it'd be 1945. I was just born in 1947. But the atomic. It was the atomic. That's the first one that exploded. I think was on this date, and I think I'm right. I don't know, but it was because they dropped a big one over there on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, in August of 45, and ended that conflict.
And you were born in 47.
I was born in 47. I was born. It had to be hot. Hot, and you know how you know what my mom and daddy had the air conditioning turned down to in 1947.
What? They didn't have one.
I'll tell you what they had it turned down to. They had it turned down to this right here. Can you imagine having a child in this kind of heat and all you had was this right here?
Mm.
Whew. That's what they had it turned down to.
That population was back then.
The what population? The gnat population. If you don't know, you don't know. There's no way of knowing. Gnats, flies, whatever you could come up with. Had screens on the windows, but and had a light bulb hanging down from the ceiling. You put on with a chain. And we've come a long way in 75 years in this country. I'm talking about a long, long way. But
You've seen a lot of changes in your life, haven't you?
I've seen a lot of changes in my life. I've seen a lot of changes for the good of mankind and for the detriment of mankind.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of smart people, and I've seen a lot of idiots, a lot of fools. And I know them when they. I got to say, and I said, I saw you when you drove up. I know you.
What do you think was the encouragement of the breeding of the population of fools?
Ooh.
Too people having it too easy, too much give to them, having it too much handed to them. They got away with too much undisciplined. Discipline your children like they ought to be disciplined. Not telling your children no, you can't do that. I think that was the main thing. And having it after World War II. See, it's my generation's the one that screwed everything up. My generation, the baby boomer generation, screwed everything up. See, our folks went through the Great Depression. They survived that. They eked out a living, and they wanted better for us than they had for themselves. And they worked hard, and they saved, and they sacrificed. They wanted us to go to school and get an education, and pouring that money out, pouring whatever money they had, they poured out, and they poured out anything for the children, And then when my generation comes along, children that my generation had worse than that previous generation, giving. Then see the grandchildren of my generation is where you got the majority of the crazy folks now. They don't know the meaning of no. They don't know the meaning of wait. It's all about instant gratification. They are hooked. They are addicted. All of them have an addiction to this deal right here, to that right there. They are addicted to it. That's the only thing that they have on their mind. Listening to see, when I was young coming up, I loved old folks. I loved to listen to them. They had some interesting stories. They'd tell you things. You'd listen to them. We'd be cooking fish out there at mom and daddy's house, and I'd be there. Some of the old World War II veterans would be there. They would be talking, and man, they'd be laughing. It'd be the men over here. The men would be outside cooking, and the women be inside cooking, making the slaw and the salad and doing that kind of stuff, and the sweet tea and all that. And but I listened to them stories and I learned a lot from that. I never did learn anything from my friends when I was coming up. I never did learn anything from them. I always learned from the old folks because my friends, most of them, just crazy as I was. So a crazy person ain't gonna learn nothing from another crazy person. It's like it's like getting a job. It's like getting a job. No, well, listen to me. Listen to all you cats out there that want everything give to you, and you want it all right. There's no broke man gonna hire you. He's got to have money in order to pay you. Now he'll hire you, but he ain't gonna pay you, and you don't want to work. So successful people hire other people to give them an opportunity to rise up. But anyway, it's I've had a great life. I've married the most wonderful woman in the world. We've been married for 50 years. And I'll tell y'all something. Any of you 25-year-old out there, any of you 25-year-olds out there that think that it's a long, long time before you get to be 75 years old, you better think again, buddy, because it's going to be gone before you know it. It's going to be gone, and you better learn about people. You better be able to read people. You better be able to communicate with people, talk to people. See, that's one thing we don't do now. We don't talk. We don't talk to one. We talk. Us talk because we're from another generation. Young folks don't talk to one another. You be around them and notice what they're doing. Do you know what they're doing? Young folks are doing when they're around one another. They picking on that thing right there. They picking. They're sitting there and they be with it. And nobody eats supper at the supper table anymore. You don't do that. If anybody's got anything to eat, it's a takeout. It's go get a pizza, do this, or let's go this, or let's go through the drive-in. Nobody eats at the supper table anymore. And you're losing it. You're losing a lot. But anyway, that's just my sermon for today. Folks, they ain't paying money to hear me preach. So they pay money to hear Marvin preach. They don't pay money to hear me. I'll tell you what, I thought about that thing one time. I believe I could get me a preaching gig if I just show up at some of these churches. If I just show up and maybe pass out some flyers, when the church is over with there, when the meeting's over with him, I'm available for sermons. I bet you I get some calls from some of these churches. What you think, John?
Yeah.
I know one night Marvin's folks, I was talking about Marvin talking about he couldn't be there for Sunday. I said, well, I go fill in. I go fill in for you. Marvin, he went straight on the commercial. He didn't want to hear that. And anyway, the folks got to putting on yeah, come on. We'd be glad to have you, Floyd. Anytime you want to come on out here and preach out here. Flat Creek. Yeah. But anyway, I'm just cutting up. I'm just joshing with y'all. I'm just funny.
Here's a question. You brought that subject up, Floyd. We're at the middle break of the year. We're what, 15, 16 days into the second half of the year, if you will, right?
Yep.
How many sermons have you preached this year, Marvin?
He can't remember. Well, you got a commercial you can go to, Marvin?
Let's see if I can find a commercial. If I can flip hey, all right, let me go ahead and just get this out of the way because I know y'all gonna pick
the 10th revival in Alaska. Okay?
Yeah, that counted. But hey, listen, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Tomorrow, our little old church is celebrating 175 years.
Wow.
I mean, that's awesome.
That's
175th homecoming tomorrow at Flat Creek Baptist Church. That's a long time for a Baptist church to be around, 175 years. And I'm excited to be a part of it. We got Brian Free and Assurance. Brian's traveled with Gold City Quartet. He was one of the original members of it. They're going to be with us in the morning at 10:30. If you don't have a home church, it'll be worth the drive over to be with us. I promise you, starting at 10:30 Eastern time. We got we're going to have dinner on the grounds afterwards, and it's our 175th anniversary at Flat Creek. 175 years.
Wow.
I was noticing that picture you put up there, them folks saying, what was they fixing to do? You Brian Free, what they call themselves? Brian Free and Assurance.
Sure.
I'm noticing the wardrobe they had with the picture. What were they fixing to do? Change the oil in the bus or rotate the tires or something on the tour bus? They dressed up like that.
Hey, that's part of that new generation. They don't dress like Hovey Lister no more. Hovey Lister
they need to get on back. They need to get back to the roots. Got to get back when you walk away from your roots, your foundation. I bet they got that mousse all in the hair and all too, and they got it all twisted up on the top of the head.
Looks wet.
Look like unkempt, if you will.
None of them pompadours like that. That's famous in gospel music and used car salesmen.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They were making a statement. The Hensons could dress and could sing. Man, let me tell you now, they could put it on. They'd make the hair on your neck stand up. I don't know about these boys here making the hair on your neck stand up, but I know the Hensons, original Henson. Hey, Ronnie was arm. I'm getting a chill now just thinking about it.
I saw a live video last night from Jackson, Tennessee. They had a big sing up there, and Ronnie walked out on the stage and sung "The Lighthouse." Right. Come on.
Ooh, and when Yvonne, when she'd hit them high notes out there, woo, man,
son.
What's that? I don't know about this new stuff. I'm still old timey. I'm still from the old time. Yeah, they need to have them.
What was that song that they sang? It had the baby blue tuxedos with the ruffle on.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Calm the troubled waters of my soul.
Calm the troubled waters of your soul.
Yeah,
he will calm the troubled waters of your soul. And he be hitting that guitar, man, that electric guitar.
And Ronnie had them glasses, look like the bottom of
Ronnie, yeah, Ronnie. He had them Coca-Cola bottle glasses. Oh, Kenny, he'd be like Elvis Presley standing up there, you know. Them women be swooning over old Kenny. He was a nut.
But
See,
now he could
I don't know about women swooning over. You know, and these be Pentecostal women too. Now they
oh yeah,
they got some swoon in them. You know, everybody got a little. They
they
got a
love
little
Kenny
twist in
Henson.
them.
Kenny Henson, boy, he was that Joker could sing like nobody.
Hey, them the days. Yeah, I used to. Sometimes I'd be it'd be too late. Anyway, I'd wake up on Sunday morning and I'd turn them on, and
Gospel singing Jubilee.
I was singing Jubilee. They'd be on that. You'd almost weep. I mean, it'd be so good. It'd be. We were up at we were doing an auction up in Iowa. Ed Laxey was with me. We was up there selling out the Ras Packing Company. And it was on Sunday morning. We wasn't working on Sunday. We were working every day but Sunday. We had about 6 day sale up there anyway. I went into his room. He had got room service. All of it was on First Team Auctions tab, so he done got room service. And, what you call it? It was like a English muffin with a poached egg on it and spinach on it. And all.
I love them. I can't think of what they call it. I love
Called and got a couple of them anyway and some ham, you know, and all that. And he said, Bill, he said, if you want to come over to my room, says, I've got room service coming. They bought a big pot of coffee in here. Anyway, we turned on Jimmy Swaggart. Jimmy Swaggart was singing. Jimmy was singing. And he was singing, and I looked over on old Laxey got the tear running down his eyes. I'm telling you what, man. I'm telling you. You get the likes that you done broke the crust, baby. Cause he said
and hit to it, did
you done got to you done hit the nerve. He says he said, Bill, I can't stand it.
Since we're on that subject, boys, let's go ahead and give them a plug. There is about 4 or 5 videos on YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and write in Jimmy Lee and Jerry Lee, the boys from Faraday. And if you don't get blessed by seeing that, you can't be blessed.
That's right. You ain't no blessing in you. You got a cold tater for a heart. If that don't mean
I watched the one Jesus Hold My Hand, and Jerry Lee there banging with one hand and just singing his heart out. And
just leaned over. That had a stroke, can't hold himself upright, can't play piano, but with one hand whooping it,
rolling,
still making a difference in folks' lives. Yeah. Just doing it for the Lord. I ain't doing it for the devil now. Doing it for the Lord.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Have you ever watched that movie on him that Dennis Quaid played? That is a really.
I watched some of it. That's phony stuff. It ain't exactly. I read a book on Jerry. It ain't exactly like Dennis Quaid portrayed it. Dennis Quaid, can't nobody be the killer. Nobody. Can't nobody play the killer. You wasting your time, man. Go on. Get on down the road. Ain't nobody. That time he set that piano on fire, and Chuck Berry was following him. He told Chuck could understand.
He told, what did he say? Follow that.
Yeah, what he said, he followed that. And Chuck came out there and couldn't follow it because the piano was on fire. Long time ago. I never did see Jerry Lee. Pearlie Franklin saw him one time, and he went to Albany. And I think Bill Brown, our old buddy Bill Brown, is watching from Baker County. I believe Pearlie went up there to see Jerry Lee. I didn't know he was going to be up there. I was somewhere else. Anyway, he was in Albany playing up there, and he said they wasn't 25 folks there. That's when Jerry Lee done hit the skids, man, I'm talking. And I think he said our old buddy Bill Brown from Baker County was up there. I'm not sure about that. I hate to use statements that I'm not positive of, but it could be. It could very well be. It could be. I know Bill Brown was subject to be that because he come from that era. Good music.
Oh yeah.
Guys, it is that time once again. Southern Hissy Fits, Colquitt, Georgia, 109 West College Street in Colquitt. Embroidery, T-shirts, tumblers, gifts, and more. It is time for the Southern Hissy Fits, Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show trivia time. Be sure to go see our good friends at Southern Hissy Fits right there on the square in Colquitt, Georgia, for all of your needs. Whatever you need, they can fix you up. And they are the ones that supply our Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports logoed enameled coffee mugs. And we have got a brand new trivia question tonight, and the winner will receive a Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Campfire enameled mug with our logo on it. What I need you to do is text your correct answer, the correct answer, to 229-254-5060. And I also need to know your name. I need to know your name. And if you're the winner, then I'll ask you to text back your address. Got the lady that won last week, got hers put in the mail early this week. So hopefully she's got it. And all right, let's get to our question. Text the correct answer. We'll take the first correct answer to text the answer and your name, 229-254-5060. All right, Charlie and Floyd, here is the question for the week. Who were the only 3 women that were headline acts at the Woodstock Music Festival in 1969?
No.
I am looking for the correct answer of the 3 women that were the headline acts, the only 3 women that were headline acts at the Woodstock Music Festival in 1969. I need the correct answer and your name. Text it to 229-254-5060. 229-254-5060 is the correct number. Only 3 women that were the headline acts at the Woodstock Music Festival in, got a correct answer right here. Got a correct answer right here. Charles Swackard, you are the winner. You got it, man. You came across real quick with that answer. And Ansley Bracewell, she came in. Well, no, she missed one. She came in with a close second there. But Charles Swackard, you are the winner of the mug. And let me give you the correct answer. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is Janis Joplin, Joan Baez, and Melanie. Janis Joplin, Joan Baez, and Melanie. And our winner is Mr. Charles Swackard. Mr. Charles, I'm assuming you're watching, or you wouldn't have responded to the.
Yeah,
to
he's
the,
pretty much watching, Marvin. You need to find out where he's from, Marvin. Ask him where he's from.
I need you to text me back your address so we can mail you out your Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports logoed coffee mug. And that's brought to us again, our trivia time brought to us by Southern Hissy Fits, Colquitt, Georgia, 109. Hey, you like the mug? They can do a whole lot more. Just give them a call right there. All right, Mr. Charles lives in Dothan, Alabama, guys. He lives in Dothan, Alabama. You want to say congratulations?
Look at these shirts that me and Marvin got on. See these embroidered shirts we got on. It's a high end. It's a high end merchandise. They do this.
Whoa. Where's mine?
Yeah,
you got one. You had it on not long ago. We gave you one. You wore it one time since we gave it to you 7 years ago. It's a polo shirt.
I have worn it. That same. Okay. All right. Well, nobody sent me a fax. We're supposed to wear them tonight.
Well, there's nobody sent me and Marvin no fax either.
Okay.
And nobody paid for mine other than Floyd and Marvin the same way. So Hissy Fits, they do embroidery. So pretty much you own your own.
They like cash too.
They like cash. Yeah, they take cash. And they take a credit card if you got one that'll work. Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
Cindy says she got her mug yesterday. Says she loves it. So we'll get Mr. Swacker.
Right. Everybody got one. Matt Bracewell, he sent a picture in with him in his hand. Put it out there on the Facebook for. Man, we got folks that are all over the place watching us.
Yeah. They say coffee tastes better in it. I don't know.
It does. It tastes better. It hasn't got any of them old elements and all in it. Like some of that other stuff.
Hey,
Floyd, crack. They ain't gonna crack. They ain't gonna do that. Just gonna stay right there.
You sent this picture, and I wanted to share this with our audience and you to give us an explanation of what's going on right here.
Yeah, I want somebody. I want some of you farmers out there in Southwest Georgia, Southeast Alabama. I want you to look that rig over right there, and I want y'all to text up there who you think this is. some of y'all know it real good. Y'all know it real good. And he told me, he says he hopes to have that thing running by cord pulling season. It looks like it looks like it needs a little bit of body work on, some sheet metal work on it, and other than that, he says he hopes it has it running to pull that corn crop that he's got about $200 more an acre in, and he's gonna get back out of it. But anyway, he says he's having to cut corners, and of course he's an entrepreneur, if you will. He can take something like that thing right there, and he can go over and he can put him some shine on that sheet metal, and put a screen or two in it, and maybe replace a window or whatever, and fix that top up there where you got it. Something fell across it probably there, but he's some of you guys out
I,
there know him. I mean, when I tell you who it is, well, y'all know the rig, y'all know his truck and all that. When I tell you who it is, y'all no, it ain't hard hat mowing. No, no, it ain't hard. Hard hat wouldn't jump on nothing like that.
I,
No,
I got a question, Floyd. Uh, is he going to do custom combining for other folks?
he said he got
Or
to get his crop in first with it. He said he got to wait
okay,
till his
well
crop. Maybe Christmas. He
that
may be.
that turbo on the side. What kind of turbo is that?
Oh, that's a turbocharged engine. Yeah, it's a turbo. Got a turbo in
Okay,
it. 7720 turbo 7720. It's a concave machine. It's a concave.
What year
It's,
model
it's
is it, Floyd?
oh, that's gonna go back to the 80s, back there, late 70s, early 80s, probably. That's what that's going back. Late
there's a
70s. That's probably
shortage.
7720. Yeah,
There's a
77.
shortage of combines in this part of the country for real.
There is a shortage. He may can take that thing and redo it and turn him a profit with it. And I seen
Yeah,
that where brother Bobby Womble, he put the right name up there on the on y'all see Bobby Womble, Wayne Gucci. He got a shirt. Wayne Gucci's got a shirt that says stand back, get back out of the way and let Wayne do it. If Gucci can't fix it, if Wayne Gucci can't fix it, it cannot be fixed. It is beyond redemption, beyond repair. But he took that thing. I don't know. I don't know how far he hauled it. He hauled it. I don't know, 20 miles probably like that. But he got his truck. Now he can figure things out. Gucci can figure it out. He got his truck. And he picked up the back end of the old combine and took the back wheels off of it, and backed his trailer under there while he was tilting his boom in, so his trailer could get. And he set that thing down. I don't know if he's even got it strapped, got it on there, got a chain or not. I don't see no chain nowhere on it. So he may have it tied down with a garden hose. Ain't no telling. But he got it going.
that brings up something. I got to ask a question. If Goocher's watching, he could. This actually happened. I was coming from, I think, Chattahoochee State Park, somewhere down that area one day, been down there to tape something. And this was when the pig had just opened up and scrap metal was bringing a bodacious price over here in Dothan. And about where Loyalist Donuts used to be out there in Avon between Ashford and Cowarts,
Yeah.
I come across a pickup truck, just, just a half-ton pickup truck, and somebody had took an old cotton picker, Floyd, and done the same thing, put the back end of it down in the bed of that pickup truck, and every time he hit a little bump, the front tires of the pickup truck would come off the ground and go back down. I'm just wondering, was that Gucci
It
on
could
his
have
way to
well
the pig?
getting some cash. That's exactly right. Going to the big pig with it.
Whew.
But
That's right.
Gooch is planning on using that one, isn't he?
He said he's gonna try. He's gonna see if he can get it fixed. He said he might have to rob some parts off another one to get that one going.
He's gonna be robbing the graveyard if he gets parts for that thing.
Uh,
Oh Lord have mercy, no. He's a mess. I'm telling you what, he is one forevermore mess.
hmm.
He can do anything though. He can weld, he electrician, he can paint, he can cut grass, he can put in washing machines and dryers, he can do whatever it takes, whatever it has to do. Let Wayne do it. Figure it out.
He can cook sucker fish too.
He can cook some good fish too, can he?
You better know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nobody else. Hey guys, let me tell y'all about one of the, and I want us to talk about it for a minute. This was one of the headlines this week. Leah Thomas. Do y'all know who she is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Who he is. Yeah, let me say that. Leah Thomas was nominated by the University of Pennsylvania for NCAA Woman of the Year. This is the trans swimmer. And the university has nominated him for NCAA Woman of the Year.
That's the University of Pennsylvania. A man, a full-fledged, still walking and talking man with his Johnson still on, going against women, beating them. No, there's no such thing as a trans. There's no such thing as a transgender. It's non-existent. A non-existent word. That's like a man. He gonna claim that he's a woman, and it's like a woman is gonna claim she's a man. And they may go through all of this surgical stuff. The man he may go through the D. Johnson deal there where he sacrifices his Johnson and takes pills and all this kind of stuff. And he's pretending to be a woman. And a woman, she may do the same thing like Cher's daughter. What's her name? Chastity. She may get her some man's Johnson and get it sewed on, and then she pretends to be a man. It's pretense. It is mental instability. It is absolute lunatics. And these idiots, we got a Supreme Court justice that they just put on Supreme Court who would not define what a woman is. And she claims to be a woman, and she would not define a senator. Ask her, you define what a woman is. Oh, we got them up there. We got congressmen and senators in the United States Congress and United States Senator that will say that a man can become impregnated.
Yes.
Now they get out there, the whole world hears that. They hear that foolishness. That a man can become impregnated. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. When it gets to a point like that, you better guard yourself closely. You better guard yourself and your family and better know what they're listening to and looking at and not being indoctrinated with that stuff. Because it's coming. And it just gets, you just wake up and just say, wonder what did them fools come up with last night while we were sleeping? What have they come up with? And that's what they're coming up with.
Lord, here's one that I heard this week.
Women's right. Where's all the NOW women, the National Organization of Women? Where they at? Quiet. They quiet. When a man comes in and takes over women's sports, they quiet. They don't say a word about it. Y'all are so phony. All y'all NOW women and all you women's live. Y'all so phony. It ain't even funny. You so phony.
Yep. Here's what I heard this week. Listen to this. Dear trans community, don't tell me that I have to accept you for who you are when you wouldn't even accept yourself for who you were.
That's right.
That's a good point.
Think about that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not tolerant. You don't even tolerate yourself.
Yeah.
We want you to. You want us to pretend with you what you pretend to be. Yeah. I'm confused.
Yep, I am too. I mean,
we done gone way past the old men sitting out there under the shelter, under the shed cooking fish, and the women inside making the salad and the iced tea and cooking the little cakes. We done gone way past that. We done got way too smart for ourselves, boys.
Well, let's go back to 19. Let's just go back to 19. Let's see, 47, 57. Let's go back to 1957. You'd have been 10 years old, and you'd have been out there where they'd have been cooking fish. Can you imagine one of them throwing this up and them old men discussing about a man who claims to be a woman being nominated for NCAA Woman of the Year?
Yeah, no, you couldn't imagine that. I can tell you what they would, what a couple of them that was in World War II would have said what they would have done to him if they caught him. Caught him with a dress on when they was over there dodging bullets, from them Germans or them Japanese on them islands over there, when they was over there dodging bullets, digging a hole so they could stay alive and bullets whizzing over their head. I can tell you what they would have done to him. But It's a different world, man. It's a different world that we live in, and the United States of America is the reason that the world has been the reason that the world is free. If the United States of America goes under, if it fails, if it becomes a socialist country, it's over for all of y'all out there. Listen to me. It's over for all of y'all out there. There ain't nobody coming to bail you out. You are sitting duck. And I mean, that's just the way I feel about it. We've bailed too many out. We've saved too many lives in this world and gave too many people the freedom and the opportunity. I was thinking about not long ago about these about just say Jimmy Swaggart. Thinking about Jimmy Swaggart. We watch him sometimes on Sunday morning. Great, good preaching sometimes, good music all the time. The mission work that he has done in the world, going out and exposing people to the salvation of Jesus Christ. Bibles that he has handed out in South Africa and all over the world. But he had the freedom in this country to start a ministry and to make it grow so he could reach those people in the world, expose Jesus, tell them about Jesus Christ, tell them about the gospel, and save lives, save souls, because he was able to do it. He couldn't have done that if he'd have been in Russia. They'd have killed him. So he'd have been dead so quick. He'd have been in a gulag so quick he couldn't have said his name before they drug him off. And then these other countries, Germany. Imagine doing that under Hitler. Imagine doing that. Yeah, Saudi Arabia. Oh man, when we was over in Saudi Arabia, it was illegal to have a Bible in Saudi Arabia. When we were over there, I was over there in 1987. Illegal to have a Bible in Saudi Arabia. Didn't have any churches anywhere in Saudi Arabia. So, you know, and we've done bailed them out one time. We've done saved them from Saddam Hussein, saved them from annihilation one time. No telling how many young men's lives and women was fighting over there to save them people from being annihilated. And we got a fool over there, President of the United States, going over there begging them for oil. And we got enough sitting on right here, enough to last for 400 years.
Did you see that article the other day? There's just a little corner up in about the midwestern part of Texas, up near New Mexico. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 counties, and that there was enough oil underground in those counties to supply the United States with oil for 200 years, just in that little quadrant of real estate in America.
That's just what's been discovered right there. Yeah. That's just, you can forget discovering any more. You can forget looking for oil anywhere else. Nobody has the incentive to do that. Not under this idiot that we got. These idiots that we got running this country. Nobody in the whole Biden administration knows what they are doing. They're all a bunch of deviants. Every one of them, there's something wrong with every one of them that's in there. They just the biggest bunch of fools I ever seen in my life.
You talking about Mayor Pete?
Yeah,
Mayor Pete. He's a bigger fool. He wants everybody to have a electric car. They want to do. You know why they want to do away with fossil fuels? Do you know one of the biggest freedoms in the country that people have in this country, that people have, especially older people, is their transportation, is that car. You try taking that car away from them. You go to them and tell them, said, Papa, you can't drive your car anymore. Their life's over with. They're done. They done. I mean, every bit of freedom that they have is in out there. They can go to the grocery store. They can go to the beauty shop. They can go get their hair cut. They can go to the drugstore. They can see after themselves. You take that. They want to put they want everybody on public transit. They want a bus to come by and pick you up and take you to wherever they want you to go. I'm telling you, they got a plan for folks like us. And it is. But you take it.
It's that time once again. Time for Floyd's Short Lists and More. Brought to you by Berry Hill Auctioneers. Berry Hill Auctioneers, our sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity of the great, the world famous Floyd's Short Lists and More. And now, please make welcome Mr. Floyd B. Lloyd.
I was thinking about OTC today, old TC Berry Hill. He was over there with me when I celebrated my celebrated my 40th in the wilderness. So when I was thinking about him, he wished me a happy birthday. I kind of been real busy this week. My brain ain't been functioning too much on my shoulders, but I got some. I'm probably had to go back to the well on some of them older ones, but they bear repeating. It's like the Andy Griffith show. You watch it. You know how it's going to end. You know what they're going to do, but it's you just. So I'm gonna go back to some of my old ones. I have got some new ones here that I kind of wrote up, but. Let's start out here with it. We'll go ahead and start on our Pentecostal preachers, if you will, to start with. Go ahead and break the ice. And listen, any of you people out there that are thin-skinned, easily offended, weak-kneed, wimpy, shortness of breath, get insulted if somebody says hello to you. You probably need to go ahead and switch us off right now. Just go ahead and hit the off button right now, or the mute, or whatever you want to do, Cole. We take no prisoners. Here we go right here. Let's start on Pentecostal preachers. Okay, here's one. Pentecostal preachers that have become Catholic priests. Pentecostal preachers that shave all their body hair off. You know how some of these dudes they advertise on TV when they're shaving all the hair off their body. Can you? Pentecostal preachers, that's a short list right there to shave all their body hair off their body. Oh gosh. Hey, organizations that are more corrupt, anti-American, anti-Israel, and as the United Nations, and impotent as the United Nations. That's an old one right there. Here's another one. I have Pentecostal preachers that like ballet. Pentecostal preachers that have a DVD of Brokeback Mountain. Ooh, mercy. Oh, me. Facelifts that Joe Biden has refused to have. I reckon how many facelifts that fool has had in his life. How many he's had?
About the same as John.
Yeah. People in the Biden administration that are sane. Name one. Name one in the Biden administration that's sane, that has come up with any kind of sane remark or done anything in their life that's sane. Please. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Oh, that ain't. Let me see. It was Pentecostal preachers that deliver a short sermon. Hey, let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. Other than Michelle Obama, women on Martha's Vineyard that shave their armpits with a side grinder. When you hear them sparks flying, like good stuff, 3/4 inch rebar.
We don't get pulled off for that one. We good.
if that makes the cut, we good to go. Here's one right here. Other than Flip Wilson, men who can shuck and jive more than Barry Barack Obama. Have you ever seen him shuck and jive? Man, he can do it. He can do it. He can speak any kind of language he wants. He can get in any kind of dialect he wants to get in. Which according to where he's at. Now that man, you talk that man can read a speech. Now, buddy, let me tell you, he knows how to read a speech. And Joe Biden can't read his name on a teleprompter. Repeat. He can't read his name on the teleprompter. Repeat. He can't read his name. Repeat. His name is Repeat. All right, here's the last one for the night. Other than his bladder including his bladder and his bowels, things that Joe Biden has any control over.
Oh, Lord, Charlie.
Hey, y'all ever smell hair swings?
Like burnt cow horns.
Like burnt, yeah, smell like burnt cow horn. Good
All
Lord
right,
have
Charlie, take us home.
Well, how can I do that? I mean,
mercy.
Hey, be like Jerry Lee Lewis. Follow that.
oh, that,
Yeah, follow,
if, if,
follow that, Chuck.
if we don't get a strong and
Top that, Chuck.
get get a personal letter from Jimmy Swaggart this week, we good. I mean, oh, good. Thank y'all for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. Pray for our buddy Queasel. He's on the right road. It's just kind of a long road he's on. When you take out a major organ out of your body, I don't know what it's like. I know what it's like when they take one out, work on it, and throw it back in there. I know what that's like, and it's a major deal. So pray for our buddy Queasel as he recovers from his recent surgery, and pray for one another. There's a lot of folks that are hurting, that are sick, that are whether it's illness or worried about the future. We know who holds the future. If you don't have a church home tomorrow, over at Marvin's, that's an excellent opportunity to hear a great group, Brian Free and Assurance. And a lot of times, that type Southern gospel music is the only Jesus some folks hear. And get out and support these guys. They have a rough time putting diesel fuel in buses and gas in cars in this economy, this Joe Biden economy. He did not think about them much when he did what all he has done. But pray for them, pray for each other. We love you. And with that, Floyd, go ahead.
Thank you, Charlie. Yes, sir. I enjoyed being with y'all boys again tonight. Like I say, none of this is rehearsed. Like Marvin tells y'all, we ain't none of this rehearsed. We ain't on no script. Lord knows that'd be a train wreck. We just congregate with one another on the air here and enjoy one another's company. We love one another. We love y'all, and we appreciate y'all being with us tonight. Go ahead, Marvin.
Hey guys, we love you. Happy birthday to our buddy Floyd B. Lloyd, number 75. Hey man, he's been around the globe 75 times, and we want to wish him a happy birthday. Do pray for Queasel, guys. We thank you for joining us tonight. You know we love y'all. We hear from you. Some of you we hear from during the week and on a regular basis. We appreciate you. Give a big shout out to Mr. Swackard for winning our trivia contest today. His mug will be in the mail to him. We'll have that trivia contest next week. Don't have a clue what the question will be, but 5 minutes before we go on the air, we will know what the question will be. But hey, we hope you have a great week. You know what tomorrow is, this Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. Give him his due. Go to church somewhere. I want to encourage you that. If it's where you can go to church tomorrow, get up and go to church. Scripture for the week is this. They will have no fear of bad news. Their hearts are steadfast, trusting in the Lord. Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. This is a bunch of scripture put together, but I love that passage. Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Guys, we love y'all. We'll be back next week, same place, same time. If you got any interesting things going on, we're working on a guest, hopefully next week or the week after. We're working on that right now. If you got any interesting news to send us, y'all got our number here. You can text it. You can find us on Dirt Road Sports on Facebook. You can find us Dirt Road Sports on YouTube. Charlie Platt on Facebook. Contact us. Let us know if you got anything interesting going on and you'd like for us to share it on the show. Hey, guys, we love y'all. We hope you have a blessed week. And always, always, always remember, be particular.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.